name is Sharron and I'm a volunteer at Historic Locust Grove. One of the jobs that I do there is work in the hearth kitchen. And I've learned how to make a lot of yummy things there, but one of my favorite treats is candied citrus peel. Oranges, lemons, grapefruits, limes were not readily available 200 years ago. In fact, it wasn't until the steamboat started coming up the river around 1811 that citrus was available at all. So when you did get your hands on an orange or a grapefruit, you wanted to make sure that you used all of that yummy, tangy flavor to the best of your ability. So what I'm going to teach you to do today is to make candied citrus peel with your lemons and grapefruits that you can get from the store any time of year now. To make candied citrus peel, you're going to need your favorite citrus, 2 cups of sugar, 1 cup of water, and then some fine sugar like this to roll your citrus in. So you take your citrus and you cut off the top and the bottom of each piece. Then you're going to score it along the sides about every quarter, like this. And then we're just going to peel this off. And the goal is to have it look pretty much like this so it's not raggedy. When you get your rind off, cut a small piece because it's easier to take the pith off. The pith is bitter, so you want to take a little bit of it off. You don't have to take all it off, but get us a little bit off so you have about like this. And do that to all of the pieces of rind. When you've gotten all of your pith off your slices of rind, then you can just take and cut the rind in about 1/4 inch strip. And then you can just go ahead and do that for all of your citrus until you get them all sliced into strips, and then we're going to boil them. So go ahead and get all your rind cut into strips, and we'll come back and I'll tell you what to do next. Okay, so we have our citrus peel all cut up into strips. We've got the orange, lime, lemon, and grapefruit. You'll notice that this is all of the waste that's left. This is a really good way to reduce waste at your own house, but in the Regency era, a couple hundred years ago, everything would have been used. The pith would have been put into the pig slop or put into the compost pile. And then we have our oranges, our fruit here, and you can eat them, or if you want to squeeze this, you can freeze them in ice cube trays yourself and have lemon juice when you need it. So what we're going to do is just take the citrus peel and put it in a pan. You can mix them all up. Then we're going to cover it with water. And then we're going to put it on the stove and bring it to a boil. And it has to boil for 15 minutes. Once it's boiled, we're going to drain it in a strainer and boil it a second time for 15 more minutes. And that will take any bitterness that's left in the pith out. It will reduce it, and then it'll be really good. So let's turn on the stove, and we'll be back in a little while to show you what to do next. So I've boiled the citrus peel twice, 15 minutes each time. Drain it, add fresh water just to cover it, and boil it twice. And now we're going to get ready to make the simple syrup. So what you're going to do is you're going to take 2 cups of sugar and put it in your pan, and then 1 cup of water. Pour that in. I know it doesn't seem like it was enough, but it will be. And we're going to take this over to the stove and cook it until the sugar dissolves a little bit. So you're going to get your sugar water to come to a boil, and you're going to let it boil for about 1 minute or 2 just to get the syrup started. You may want to stir it up a little bit. And once it's boiled for 2 minutes, then you're going to put the candied citrus peel in. So we're just going to let this boil for about 1 minute, and then I'll show you what to do then. So once you've had your water boiling for 2 minutes, you can gently dump the citrus peel in and kind of stir it around. Let it come back up to a boil, and then you're going to turn it down to about medium and let it cook for around 15 minutes or until the citrus peel looks translucent. And when we get to that point, I'll show you what to do with them then. So these have been cooking for about 20 minutes, and you can see that they're translucent. You can see through them, and that means that they're ready to toss in the sugar. So we're going to walk over to the counter and I'll show you how to toss. So I have about a cup of sugar in my bowl. You may need to end up using a little bit more. But what you're going to do is you're going to take a slotted spoon and kind of shake it so that the simple syrup drips off. And then just put your peel in the sugar and stir it around until it's well coated. And then take it out. I use my fingers because it's easier, even though it's messy. And lay it on a cooling rack like this. And then you let it dry for about 24 hours. And once you've let it dry, then you can eat them. They will keep in a container in the refrigerator for about a month. And you can just eat them plain. You can put them on cakes or ice cream or anything like that, any kind of dessert. The thing with the simple syrup, you don't want to waste this either. That goes really good on top of ice cream. You can use it in tea or adult beverages as well. So don't throw that away because it's really yummy. So I hope you all enjoy making your candied citrus peel. It's kind of the gummies of the 18th century. So let us know if you try it and how they taste. Thanks.